Back in September, the Giants dominated their first matchup against the football team. Can Washington get revenge? The answer comes your way next.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. On first down, Lance.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. On third down, here's Kamara.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Lance now on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Simmons. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
2nd and 11. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Waddle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it a 2nd down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way.
Touchdown, Washington! Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants now are going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A give. This is Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal. Lance. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Flushed out right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Now Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment,
and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on second and long. Lance flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at FedEx Field. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Dancing to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Steps away to his left. Looking for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Second and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Now Lance on the bootleg.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the keeper.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On the ground, Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw, it's Lance. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now it looks like he'll throw here. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Washington, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
It's Week 13 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Giants on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Lance now on first down.
Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out. And who's got it? The Giants!
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Being chased out left.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Lance going to throw.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Now Lance again.
Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jamar Chase.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. To return, here's Agnew.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. On 1st down, Herbert, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle. Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Buying time to his left. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Here's the Giant defense now as they head back. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll set up to throw.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Flushed out right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll run on first down. Herbert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Giants are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. Preston Williams, 2 touchdown catches in the...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life at halftime. I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On second down now, Herbert, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. Connection made with Chenault. And he's got some space here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, Herbert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here?
And there he goes again. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll look to throw here on first down.
It's caught. It's Shenault again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
And it'll be intercepted.
Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when
and this is going to be intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They're going to look to throw.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run. This is Kamara. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now Kamara. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Kamara there with a 1st down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Running with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. To return, here's Agnew.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw here. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 47. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Roses now to end the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. They've had a night that has not gone their way. Maybe that's an understatement.
Just wonder what happened during the daytime, because some teams handle getting ready for a night game better than others, and it depends on week to week sometimes as well. Can you build things up and let it all go at the appropriate time? Or sometimes you come out a little bit flat because you've waited too long.
Yeah, well, players say it all the time, even whether you're at home or you're in the hotel room on the road, those days can get long. You get antsy.
I remember when I was playing, I loved night games about the first 2 of the season. And then after that, I wanted to play all-day games. Let's go ahead and play because I didn't want to sit around all day.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And quickly they get to the line. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the off. Offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. To return, here's Agnew. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Giants, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.